Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to cut a tomato. So I've gone over knife safety with you. Please make sure you're watching that video first before you watch this one. Now I've got several different knives to choose from here. If I wasn't so comfortable with using a knife or it's my first time, I might use a smaller one like this just so that I'm not handling a larger one. However, with this one today, I am feeling much more comfortable with this one. So I'm going to show you a few different techniques. One of the techniques that I'm showing you is, I call this one tenting. It's where I use my two hands to press down firm. I'm holding down firm on the tomato so it's not rolling around. Then I'm going to take the knife and slide it through. Then I'm just slowly going to try to get through. Now when we're cutting a tomato, this is very important. It is one of the more difficult fruits or vegetables to cut, and that's because oftentimes it's got an outside skin on it, but it's really soft inside oftentimes. Now I prefer to have more firm tomatoes because they're easier to cut. But I'll just show you, you want to just get through the skin at first, and then once you've done that, you're kind of just sawing back and forth as well as pushing down at the same time. So I'm cutting those into two different halves. Now what I can do at this point, and the best thing to do, is always flip the fruit or vegetable down onto now that surface that or that straightaway that you've cut there, that flat surface. So now it's flat, it's not rolling around. I'm gonna cut that into quarters here, just by cutting those. Now what I can do is I can just take a spoon and kind of spoon out my seeds there. Oftentimes when we're making things like salads and such like that, we don't want to have those seeds in there. So I'm just gonna cut the membrane there, and then I can just simply scoop out the inside part, which is the seeds. This one's a little bit firmer, so it's taking a little bit more to scoop it out. However, sometimes I know when I do make my salads, I don't even worry about that. I just leave the seeds in. Now you can see part of the stem there is attached still to the tomato. So I just want to cut that part off because that can be, you know, sometimes a little bit more firm as well as a little bit bitter tasting. So now I've got my tomato cut, and I'm going to dice this. So dicing is small, like rolling a dice, okay? So there are different cuts that you could do. You could just do slices like this. However, that's how I start my dicing. Now if I wanted to do cubed, I would do larger kind of squares, but now because I'm going to do cubed, I'm going to do them a little bit smaller. Notice how I use my claw hand to hold this. I'm tucking and curling my fingers in. That's preventing, that way if I am coming in close contact with a knife, I am more likely to slide down than to cut a finger off. Okay, so I want to keep those fingers curled in. And what I'm doing is I'm actually just coming in contact here with the cutting board with the knife, and then I'm just dragging it along each time. So I'm not doing this, okay? We don't want to do chop, chop, chop like this. Instead, we just want to draw the knife through each time, drawing the knife through. So this is the size that we're trying to get, and that is a dice size. So go ahead, cut your tomato, and then watch the next video.